Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Liaquat and we are going through Mukhtasar al-Qudoori. MashaAllah, many of you guys have contacted me and told me about how much you guys are benefiting from the series, and subhanallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of you guys. It's just amazing. Sometimes I don't even realize how much these lessons mean to many of you guys. So with that being said, let's continue. Babul Adhani. So Bab, you guys know what that means. Adhan, I think you guys know what Adhan means. It means announcement, public call, announcement. Al-Adhanu Sunnatun. Sunnah, you guys know what that means. Salawat is the plural of Salat, which you guys should know what that means as well. Khams, 5. Al-Jum'ah is the Friday prayer. Siwa means besides. Tarji is from Rajja'a Yurajji'u. Rajja'a yurajji'u, raja'a yarji'u, which literally means to go backwards or to repeat. Zada yazidu means to increase, from zayada, to add. Adhan al-Fajr, you guys should know that. Falah means success, right? Falah, not fallah. Fallah is farmer. Khair is better. Naum is sleep. Marratain is the plural, the dual of marra, which means twice. Iqama is from qawamim, which is the kind of like the lesser of the two calls. So aqama yuqimu literally means to erect or set up something. Mithal is example or like. Al-adhan, you guys know what that means. Yazidu hayya, it means come. It's a ism fi'l, call it ism fi'l, come. Al-falah means success. Qad qamat, qama yaqumu, we've done that before, which means to stand. Yatarassal is from rasala, which means to be slow, right, like the wind slowly. Yahduru, it means to be quick or fast. And then you got yastaqbilu, which means to face, from the words qabala, to face, and qibla is the direction, right, the qibla, the Kaaba, Makkah. Balagha is from balagha yablughu, to reach a certain location. Balagha yablughu, to reach. Hawwala yuhawwilu, from hawala, to turn or to change. Yameen is right and shimal is left. Alright, that's done now. Now let's have a look at tarkib. So babu al-adhani. Again, hadha babul adhan. Hadha is going to be mubtada. Babul adhan is going to be the mudaf ilayh khabar. Al-adhan mubtada, sunnatun is the khabar. للصلاة الخمس, صلاة is موصوف, خمس is the sifa. In fact, the word salat, actually you can make it mubdal, and khams can be the badal. Right? So anyway, let's just treat it as that. Right, let's change this, because Juma is the ma'tuf. No, it's not the mubtada, it's ma'tuf. Right, so that's the ma'tuf, and then that means salawat al-khams is going to be the ma'tuf alayhi. Alright, so that's ma'tuf alayhi, ma'tuf, and then the salat al-khams, badal mubdal minhu, all that becomes majroor. Okay, duna is dharf mudaf, ma is mawsul, siwahuma is mudaf ilayh, and becomes the sila, and then that's just like a dharf basically, mudaf ilayh. Then you got la is la nafi al-jins, tarji' is the ism of la, and fihi is jar majroor muta'alliq to thabitun, and that becomes the khabar of la nafi al-jins. Okay, so thabit. Wa yazidu fi adhan al-fajr. So yazidu, zada yazidu. Right, so that's from, like we said, the fi'l plus the fa'il, and fi is jar, adhan is mudaf, and the fajr is mudaf ilayhi, ba'd is mudaf, falah is mudaf ilayhi, that becomes the dharf. Majroor, ba'd is mudaf, falah is mudaf ilayhi. Okay, then you got as-salat. Salat is mubtada, khairun is khabar, min is jar, and naum is majroor. And then you got marratain, which we're going to treat as maf'ul mutlaq. Yeah, maf'ul mutlaq. Then you got iqama is mubtada, and then mithlu al-adhani is going to be mudaf ilayhi, going to become the khabar of al-iqama. Right, so mudaf ilayhi. Next, illa is the istithna أنه is the حرف مشبه بالفعل, who is the اسم of أن, يزيد is the فعل plus the فاعل, فيها is jar مجرور, بعد is the ظرف, right, مضاف, and حي على الفلاح, حي is اسم فعل plus the فاعل, على الفلاح is jar and مجرور. Now all of that is actually in the hukm of the مضاف إليه of بعد. Then قد is تحقيق, قامت is فعل, الصلاة is the فاعل. And all of that becomes the مفعول به of يزيد. مرتين is مفعول مطلق, يترسل is فعل plus the فاعل, في is jar, الأذان is مجرور, يحضر is فعل plus the فاعل, في is jar, الإقامة is مجرور, then يستقبل is فعل plus the فاعل, بهما is jar مجرور, القبلة is the مفعول به. Then you have إذا is شرط, and then you got بلغ is فعل plus the فاعل, إلى is jar, الصلاة is مجرور, واو actually معطوف عليه, واو is عطف, الفلاح is معطوف, حول is فعل plus the فاعل, وجهه is مضاف إليه, becomes the مفعول به of حول, and then يمينا you can treat that as معطوف عليه ظرف معطوف عليه, and then شمال is the واو is the عطف, شمال is the معطوف ظرف. There you have it, that's the تركيب then. Okay, let's have a go now at explaining the masala. So adhan basically is where a person makes a call informing the people that the prayer time has started. That's the whole point of adhan. So let's say for example like we have the 5 salats in the day. So when the time of salat starts, the aim of the one calling the adhan is called the mu'adhin. The mu'adhin basically informs the people that salat time start. That's like his job, his duty. He just keeps an eye out just to show when the salat start. He's like the mosque timetable calendar. He just informs people with his voice. So he just says, right guys, Zohar has started, but instead of saying that, he's going to say, Allahu Akbar. He's going to call them people. And I'm going to show you the words of the adhan in a bit. And when Asr starts, he's going to call the people. When Maghrib starts and call the people. When Isha starts and Fajr starts, he's going to call the people. That's basically his duty, that is. So that's what adhan is all about. So adhan, Imam Qudoori says, adhan sunnatun li salawat al-khams wal jum'ah. Adhan is sunnah for the 5 times salat plus Jum'ah. So the Prophet ﷺ, adhan was given to him, he started adhan roughly in like the last 9 or 10 years in Medina. Right? So that's when the adhan came from. So this is why Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha and Jum'ah have an adhan. Right? You don't get any adhan for anything else, by the way. Okay? There's no other adhan for anything else. There's a story behind how the adhan started. So basically what happened is that the Prophet ﷺ in Medina now, where people are coming for the salat, but they don't know exactly what time congregation salat will take place. So the Prophet ﷺ, he thought, shall we use a bell? Shall we use a horn? Shall we use fire? How are we going to call the people to tell them that salat time has started? So one of the Sahaba, his name was Abdullah bin Zayd, Ibn Abd Rabbihi, Abdullah bin Zayd. He goes to sleep basically. And when he goes to sleep, he sees in his dream an angel, and the angel says, what's wrong? And he says, we're trying to call for adhan. We're trying to call for salat, but we don't know what to do. So he said, I'll tell you what to do. And he gave the words of the adhan, right? And I'm going to write down the words of the adhan that he gave and iqamah. And then the Prophet ﷺ, when he woke up, the Prophet ﷺ said, right, that's the adhan. Give it to Bilal, and Bilal began to call with those words. Okay, anyway. So the sunnah, this is considered to be sunnah, okay, as in this was something regularly practiced by the Prophet ﷺ, and so it's something which we treat as sunnah. Anyway, وَالْجُمْعَةُ دُونَ مَا سِوَاهَا. There's no other adhan. There's no adhan for Eid, or there's no adhan for any other salat, by the way. Okay, so there's no adhan. Yes, if a person just wants to feel like doing adhan in his car, or wants to do adhan in the street, or just feels like just doing adhan, it's fine, but it's not like a prescribed a legislation from the legislator. Except for those 5 salats and Jum'ah. La tarji'a fi. There's no tarji' in adhan. So what does tarji' mean? So let me just draw or write out the words of the adhan for you. So Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala salah, hayya al falah, hayya al falah. Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. This is the Hanafi way adhan is given. According to Hanafis, this is the way adhan is given, which is proven in many narrations, etc. You can actually go online you can go into YouTube and you can find various adhans in different voices. Okay, and what you can do is actually find the Shafi adhan. Okay, you can get the Shafi adhan, you can listen to that, and the Hanafi adhan, and there's other Maliki adhan as well that you can listen to. I don't want to go into all of those things because the video is already a bit long, but you guys can look for those yourselves and see how adhan is given. So he says la tarji. So if you look at all these words in adhan, you have Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. They come in pairs, right? So he says that there's no tarji. So tarji is where certain words are repeated. Which words? So you see these ones in the middle there, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. You repeat those twice. And Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah, you repeat those twice. This is according to the Shafis. So the first time you say it quietly, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. And then the second time you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. So twice you say it quietly, and twice you say it aloud. Likewise, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Hayya, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. So twice quiet, twice aloud, twice quiet, twice aloud. That's the tarji. So there's this repetition that you have in the adhan, basically. And the Shafi say you should do it. Hanafi say no, you don't do it. That's the difference. That's why Imam Al-Qudoori says, according to Hanafis, there's no tarji, there's no repetition of those words in the middle, ashhadu words. You just do them twice, that's it. But the Shafi say you do it four times. So 2 times quiet, 2 times aloud. 2 times quiet, 2 times aloud. Anyway, that's tarji, that is. And again, you can actually go on YouTube and you can find people who do that. And like I said, I don't want to go through it because it's going to make the video very long. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to look for some links. Maybe put some links. I'll try to see if I can find the links for that. Okay, so Hanafis say you do not add these, right? You don't add this extra. وَيَزِيدُ فِي أَذَانِ الْفَجْرِ, and he adds in the adhan of Fajr, بَعْدَ الْفَلَاحِ, after Falah, الصَّلَاةُ خَيْرٌ مِنَ النَّوْمِ. So in Fajr Salat, right? Okay, here's Fajr. Right, you add over here, right? You add some extra words. You say this twice. As-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. Salat is better than sleep. Salat is better than sleep. Right? So that's what you say. You say it twice. Where do you say it? So this is only for Fajr, and you say exactly at that location. Right at the end, just before you say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Right? We're doing it in the green. That's where you say it. So Yazidu, he adds in the adhan of the Fajr, Ba'd al-Falah, after the words Hayya al-Falah, As-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. Salat is better than sleep. Marratain does this twice. And like we said, it's only in Fajr. You don't do it in any other Salat. Now, the next thing he says, Wal iqamatu mithl adhan. Iqama is like adhan. In other words, exactly the same words as adhan. And I'll just add them in here as well for you guys. Right? So it's exactly the same. I don't know if any of you guys have heard the iqama. And I mean, generally, if you've been to a mosque, you probably heard it, definitely. But again, you can actually YouTube it again and just put in there what's iqama, and someone should have done something there. Okay, so iqama is exactly the same as adhan. However, the only difference is you know when you get over here, again, that same place where with the Fajr issue, you add these words this time. Qad qamat as-salatu. Prayer has stood up. Prayer has stood up. That's what you say. In the Fajr one, you say Salat khayrun min an-nawm. Salat is better than sleep. Why? Put in the comments if you know why in Fajr one you say Salat is better than sleep. And in the Iqama you say Salat has stood up. Salat has stood up. Okay? Put in the comments. Anyway, when do you say the Adhan and Iqama? So imagine there's a mosque. Right? The Adhan is given, like we said, to inform people that Salat time has started. So the Mu'adhin stands on the minaret and gives the Adhan, and everyone in the area knows, right guys, Salat time has started. Iqama is given just before the Imam is going to start the congregation. Right, so just before he's going to start the congregation, the Imam, he does the Iqama. Right, and that's going to give you a clue now why in Iqama you add this extra word, Qad qamat as-salat, Salat has stood up. Okay, so anyway, that's something that is done by the Mu'adhin as well. He does the Iqama, preferably. And what's the speed of the Adhan and Iqama? Well, the Adhan should be given slowly. Yatarassalu. He should slowly take his time in the Adhan. Right, so slow. And Yahdur, he should hasten in the Iqama. So it should be faster. Alright? So I'll give you an example, for example. So the adhan should be something like this. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasul. Like that. Slow. Iqamah should be like this. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Like that. Quick. Right? So there should be a speed difference. Okay, which way should the guy face when he's giving adhan or iqamah? He should face towards the direction of the qibla. Right? Just like you pray towards the direction of the qibla, that's the direction in which a person should give the adhan and iqamah. Now, when you reach إِذَا بَلَغَ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ وَالْفَلَاحِ, so when you reach as-salat, حَيَّ عَلَى الصَّلَاةِ, when it says it reaches salat and falah, it means when he reaches the words حَيَّ عَلَى الصَّلَاةِ and حَيَّ عَلَى الْفَلَاحِ, he should turn towards the right and he should turn towards the left. Right? So like this. حَيَّ عَلَى الصَّلَاةِ, and that حَيَّ عَلَى الصَّلَاةِ. So the voice projects in the area to other people. And حَيَّ عَلَى الْفَلَاحِ, حَيَّ عَلَى الْفَلَاحِ, you turn towards the left. And that's basically how the adhan is done. So anyway, that's, right and left. You just have to turn the face that way when you're saying these words. So, hayya ala salah twice and you face right. Hayya al falah twice left. Okay, and there you go. That's basically the first about adhan and iqamah. So I'll try to put some links in the comments as well of how, if you haven't heard the adhan before, or if you want to know, just some extra things, I'll try to put them in. And that's it. So anyway, I hope the lesson benefited you guys. This is what we covered today, the adhan, and these are the words of the adhan. The meaning of the words, I'm not going to go through the meaning of the words of the adhan. That you can find online. If you just Google it, you can find the meanings of the words, because I just want to focus on the text of this book. Jazakumullah khair, guys. Thank you very much, and have a look at these questions now. Alright, so what's the ruling of azan? What does tarji' mean? What extra words are added in fajr and at what point? How is iqamah different than azan? What direction does one face? Have a go with that, guys. Put the answers in the comments. And thank you very much again. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much to all my patrons. Jazakumullah khair. Alhamdulillah. With all of your support, with all of your efforts and your encouragement and motivation, alhamdulillah, this channel has reached where it has today. And there's so much left that I want to do, and there's editing, and there's trying to start new projects as well and get other people involved so that I can focus on producing content. So if you guys want to become patrons and you want to support this channel, then check out the link in the description. Inshallah, there's also videos available for those who are patrons in the Patreon itself that I don't put on my normal YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check that out, inshallah, links in the description, like I said. And Jazakumullah khair, share it with other people. Let me know what you guys think as well. And Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.